Live on the web, so hello world. And tune in, we want to hear your questions. And just I would ask one thing, we're going to try and get to the mics as quickly as you can to you. But please respect, these guys don't have a lot of time, so respectfully use that time well. Enjoy the night, but try to get the mic and try and get your question in. We've got loads of merchandise, so I like good questions. We get good merchandise. Let's get on with the show. Let's get them on stage. We start with who better than the USA's California's very own catering Formula One, Alexandra Rossi. From Germany, Sahara Force India, Adrian Sutil. From Mexico, you might have heard of him, Sauber F1, Esteban Gutierrez. From Venezuela and the Williams F1 team, Pastor Maldonado. And from the Vodafone McLaren Formula One team, from Mexico, Sergio Perez. Thanks, guys. And I know the kind of ridiculous schedules you guys are on. I want to talk about that a little bit. But actually, I will start with that. Just, Alexander, just give me a rough idea of what you've done today, because I want these guys to realise that you haven't been sitting in a jacuzzi all day. You've actually had one heck of a day, right?
I wish I was here. Hello. Go for it. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, wicked. Sorry. Yeah, I woke up at 2 a.m. this morning. Not by choice. Still on England time. And then the first thing I did was I actually went to K1 Suites, an indoor karting center.
And you're going back there tonight, right?
Yes, I am. And had an interview with this lady over here and Fox Austin, and kind of talked about something we're doing tonight that I'm doing kind of out there at the indoor karting center where people can come race and kind of just hang out. And then since then it's just been a day full of media activities, but this is definitely the highlight of the day for me. I've had the opportunity to do this last year, and it was a great event, and so excited to be here.
Well, I think that's pretty much, we won't go through everybody, but their days are very similar. They've just flown into town, they've got a lot of media work to do. Now, I want to start tonight, and I know as fans you'll be aware of this. Sergio Perez has tweeted out some very important information for his career today, and there's no point in me talking about it, he's right here. So why don't we get Sergio Perez to tell us what you tweeted today and tell your fans what you wanted to tell them.
Yeah, well, first of all, thank you everyone for being here. I think it's really cool for all of us to interact with the fans. We don't get to see you so often. And yeah, I mean, all what I say already, I sent the letter. I want to thank all the fans, all my fans around the world who have been really supporting me all around during this difficult year. It has been disappointed, difficult, and yeah, not what I was expecting, but I think this is life. Sometimes life takes you into other routes that you don't want, but you have to cope with it. And I think I'm still very young. I'm only 23, and I have a long career ahead of me. So looking for a good option for me to continue in Formula One. And if I don't find it, then I will not stay in Formula One just to stay. I think I will look for other options, the best for my career. So I will definitely try to find the best possible seat available for my career and to continue and keep fighting for my dreams.
Yeah. Thank you. And I want to read it. Nice words, Sergio. I also want to reiterate that McLaren have also put out a statement today, Martin Whitmar saying that there are 2 more Grand Prix left to run this year and a collective focus is on scoring as many points as we can in those remaining 2 races, and he was saying that Checo's gracious statement and being a fine team member during 2013 Formula One season. He said Checo has made many friends during his time at McLaren together as a team, and we intend to do our utmost to help him finish this year with us with 2 good results, especially here in Austin where he has so many fans. And I think actually that's where I'd like to pick up again with Sergio. And I think this goes for all of you here on stage. Austin now is turning out, for all of your careers and the future, a very important race. You now have to put yourself And this is where perhaps we as mere mortals who just have regular jobs, and you guys who risk your life and have to be on top of it every day, this is where the best comes out of you. So Austin could be your chance to take a car that's not been the best of cars this year, but do something with it and do something for your career.
Yeah, definitely. I think Austin has become very quickly a very popular race. All the teams, all the drivers, everyone working in Formula One. It's one of the most favorite places. Obviously, people normally are based in Europe, so they have to travel a lot to come here. And it's definitely a place that we all enjoy, and especially for me, with all my fans, especially the Mexican ones. I'm very happy and so much looking forward for this weekend, because it has been, as I say, a very disappointed and difficult season in all the aspects. So I'm definitely looking forward to meet all of them on Sunday and give them my very best, so we can have a very nice two last races with McLaren.
I had a lot of fun with the track commentary last year because I kept listening. I couldn't hear because we were in a padded box, obviously. But every time I said, and of course, Sergio Perez, he's from Mexico, and I could hear this help. So we wanted to see how loud we could get it. So we want to do that again this year. Same for Esteban, of course. Right. Like I said, this is about you. Let's hear what you got to ask. I've got a microphone down here. Put your hand up. Let's hear from you. I would ask one request. Please don't ask one question to all 5 drivers because we'll be here all night. So try to choose the driver you want to ask a question to. Let's start with this gentleman here, right at the back. We get a mic.
Checo, en los días pasados vimos que fuiste a ver a los chavos de la Sub-17 y muchos de ellos dijeron que tú fuiste su inspiración. Para ti, ¿quién fue la inspiración que te hizo llegar hasta donde estás en estos momentos?
Sí,
Press 1 for English.
Bueno, no, la verdad que compartí muchas experiencias y me identifiqué mucho con ellos porque ellos ya llevaban muchos días fuera de casa y ya tenían muchas ganas de volver a México, obviamente, que es una cultura diferente a donde estaban. Y tenían el partido, ¿no? Tenían la semifinal y luego la final. Desafortunadamente perdieron la final, pero creo que hicieron un super torneo. Y mi inspiración fue, yo creo que no la baso en alguien, en una persona. Fue mi sueño de llegar a conseguir mis metas, llegar a ser un día campeón del mundo, y esa fue mi inspiración. Yo creo que no tuve algún modelo a seguir en mi carrera, siempre fue mi inspiración, mi sueño obviamente de llegar a Fórmula 1, pero no solo eso, de llegar a ser campeón del mundo. That one is just for Mexican, not because I don't want to share it with you, you wouldn't understand it. It has to do with Mexico, so...
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay in Spanish.
Talking of Mexico, I just want to ask Esteban a question, because I met Esteban last year at the track, actually, with the fans, and I saw the response that you had and how special, because also your family are such a big part. Your father's here tonight, I know that. My father's here tonight, and my mother too. Family is a big, important role. If you want to chase that dream, as Adrian's saying, what you guys are saying, you need that family support. You've got a big family. How important has that been to you?
Yes, and I'm very grateful for that, because, to be honest, from the beginning, I mean, obviously, you're very young, and from Latin America, you have to leave to Europe. You have to go to where the heart of racing is, which is in Europe, and you have to leave your family behind. You have to leave your friends and many things back home, and it's something that takes a little bit of time to accept. I mean, obviously you have a dream, and you want to pursue that dream, and you only think about that dream. But at the same time, you are there and you're living the reality, and sometimes it comes back to you, and you think, and you have to go through the process. I mean, even though you are doing what you love and you are doing things that are pretty amazing and unique, you still have a life, and you still have feelings, and the family, when you can complement all of this with the support of your family and the understanding of every brother I have and my sister, it's pretty special. It keeps you moving forward, and also the fans, the supporters, which give us a lot of motivation, all over from the world, and especially from Mexico and Latin America.
And I'm sure the same is true, Pastor. In Venezuela, you're so adored, and I know you don't get a lot of chance to be there with them and share it with your fans because you are traveling around the world.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's quite hard, especially because we are all far away from home, far away from our family. As Latin American, we are quite close to our family always, and yeah, it's very hard to support that, especially as Esteban says, we left home quite young. You know, I was, I think, 12 years old when I went to Europe to race in go-kart. Since that time, it was quite hard to be often in my country, but every year, when I have some time, some week off, I stray back home and try to enjoy with my people, my friends, my family, my free time.
Okay, the gentleman right here.
So, a question is for Adrian. Since the midpoint of the season, Force India has been doing much better, more competitive. So, when you think about what's caused you to be more competitive, how much of that is down to just getting the setup and reading the track right? How much of it is team dynamics? How much of it is in car improvements? Where do you think the changes are coming from in the improvement?
Well, we started strong, then we had a dip in the middle of the season, and then now it's getting a little bit better. But as I explained before, the tires were quite difficult to handle in the mid-season when they changed it. For others it was more at the beginning of the season. For us it was an advantage that the tire spec we had early on, and it goes quickly in Formula One. You change a little bit and it's incredible sometimes. Small little changes make such a big difference because it's a chain reaction. You have one screw a little bit different adjusted there, and it makes a difference on the tire wear, and you need an extra pit stop in the race. It just multiplies everything, and so we didn't really change a lot. We had just tried different setups, went a bit too extreme in one side and the other, and made everything even worse. And then suddenly you find yourself struggling even to go into the second qualifying section, or so you're just absolutely nowhere. But the midfield is very tight. Within 3/10, you're from P11 to P17, and that is Q1 out of it already. So we have to push and really make everything so perfect to move into the second qualifying section. And once you're in there, people think, oh, it's not too bad. So it's sometimes just a little detail here and there. But now, yeah, we're just making the most out of our package, what we have actually. We didn't change much. We understood a little bit more the tires. We're a bit better. We could do a one-stop strategy in the last 2 races. No one else did for some reason, and that brought us forward quite a lot. So that's the reason.
Got a question for Esteban. Now that you're in Formula One for the first year, what is the best, or how would you describe it as your best experience on that transition, and what would be the hardest thing that you have to face on that transition?
The most special thing in Formula One is that you compete against the best drivers, the best mechanics, best engineers, and that makes the level of competition pretty high. And when you start as a rookie and you face the reality of that competition, and sometimes you go through difficult moments, to really be able to cope with all of the pressure and to switch things in a very quickly way. It's all within our minds, and it's pretty special the way you experiment, sometimes yourself, and this, as a challenge, it takes the experience into a very special stage. So it's something that I really had enjoyed, and I'm really working on my abilities and my skills to go forward and to improve on every aspect of my career.
Maldonado, my question is regarding the tire change. It seems that Red Bull wasn't doing as well before the tire change, and then after they really gained some, performance there. What are your thoughts about it?
Yeah, I think so many teams suffer that transition between beginning of the season tires and the actual tires.